Have you ever watched a movie and thought the acting was so good it felt real? The tears, the limp, the pain, it all looked 100% authentic. Well, Hollywood has nothing on the open fields of the wild. Out here, acting is not about winning a golden statue or getting a round of applause. It is about living to see another sunrise. Today, the stage is set on a patch of gravel that looks empty, but hides a secret worth dying for. And the lead actor is about to pull off the greatest scam in the animal kingdom. The location is a stretch of open ground. It is not a lush forest or a hiding spot filled with tall grass. It is a parking lot of nature gravel, small stones, and dry dirt. It looks barren. The sun beats down on the rocks, baking the earth until it feels like a pizza stone. To the human eye, there is nothing here, just rocks on top of rocks. But if you look closer, right in the middle of the open danger zone, there is a nest dot. It is not a nest made of sticks up in a tree. It is a scrape in the dirt, barely lined with a few pebbles. Inside sit 4 eggs. They are speckled, looking exactly like the stones surrounding them. It is the perfect camouflage. If you stood 2 feet away, you would not see them. But visual camouflage does not work on everyone. Some creatures hunt with a nose, not eyes. Enter the villain of the story. Trotting along the edge of the field is a red fox. This is a machine built for scavenging. The coat is a rusty orange, blending in with the dry brush. The legs are dipped in black, moving with a silent, rhythmic gait. The fox is not sprinting. It is patrolling. The nose is close to the ground, sniffing, snorting, processing the invisible data of the world. It smells a beetle. It smells a mouse that passed by an hour ago. And then it stops. The head snaps up. The ears swivel forward. The nostrils flare out, caught a scent. It is the warm, musky smell of a bird. And not just a bird in flight, but a bird on the ground. A sitting duck. The fox turns the head, locking onto the invisible target in the middle of the gravel. The predator begins to move. The trot turns into a stalk. The belly drops low. The paws placed down softly, careful not to crunch the gravel. The hunter knows something is out there. In the center of the field, the killdeer, a bird with a distinctive double black band on the chest and large, worried eyes, sits on the eggs. The camouflage is blown. The parent sees the fox coming. The predator is closing the distance. 50 yards. 40 yards. If the bird stays, the fox will find the nest. If the bird flies away, the fox will eat the eggs. It is a nightmare scenario. But the bird has a plan. It is a plan that goes against every survival instinct in the book. Instead of hiding, the bird reveals itself. The parent stands up and steps away from the eggs. It moves into the open, right into the line of sight of the predator. It makes a sharp, piercing sound, a cry that screams, "I am here." The fox looks up. It sees the bird, but it sees something else too. The bird is not moving right. It lists to one side. One wing drags on the ground, splayed out at an awkward angle, revealing the bright orange feathers on the rump. The bird flaps the other wing frantically, trying to lift off, but collapses back into the dirt. It chirps pitifully. To the fox, this does not look like a healthy prey animal. It looks like a free meal. It looks like a bird with a broken wing that crashed and cannot get back up. The fox's eyes widen. The calculation changes instantly. Why spend energy searching for tiny eggs when a full-sized, disabled adult is serving itself up on a silver platter? The predator abandons the scent of the nest and locks onto the injured bird. The chase is on. But it is a weird chase. The fox trots toward the bird. The bird scrambles away, dragging the broken wing through the dust. It looks painful. The bird stumbles, falls, gets back up, and hobbles forward. It keeps just a few feet ahead of the snapping jaws. It is the perfect distance, close enough to keep the fox interested, but far enough to stay alive that the fox speeds up. The bird speeds up, still limping. It is a high wire act. If the bird trips for real, it is game over. The teeth of the fox are sharp, and the reflex is fast. But the bird is in total control. It is managing the gap with the precision of a stunt driver. They move across the field, 10 yards away from the nest, 20 yards. The bird stops and flops on the ground, spreading the tail feathers, looking completely exhausted. The fox thinks this is it. The battery died. The predator lunges. A burst of speed to close the deal dot at the very last second. The bird hops up. It scuttles forward, just out of reach, chirping loudly. It is almost mocking. Almost got me. Try harder. The fox is hooked. The tunnel vision sets in. The nest is forgotten. The eggs are forgotten. The only thing that exists is this broken, flapping mess of feathers that seems to be having the worst day of its life. The fox follows the bird toward the edge of the field, toward the tall grass, toward the woods. They are now 50 yards away from the nursery. Then 60. Then 100. The bird is taking the predator on a long walk to nowhere. The acting performance continues. The bird flails, drags the wing, creates a trail of dust. It is selling the injury with everything it has. The fox is convinced. It is drooling, ready for the crunch. Finally, they reach the edge of the territory. The bird decides the safety margin is sufficient. The fox is far enough away that it will likely not find the way back to the specific spot in the gravel. The game is finished. The curtain call is here. The fox makes one final desperate pounce, aiming for the bird's neck. And then, the miracle happens. A broken wing snaps back into place. The limp vanishes. The awkward stumbling turns into a powerful crouch. The bird launches into the air like a rocket. It does not flutter. It soars. It screams a loud, clear call, kill D. Kill D. That sounds nothing like the pitiful cries from before. It is a victory lap. The bird circles overhead, banking smoothly on the wind. Looking down at the ground dot, the fox skids to a halt. It stands there, dust swirling around the paws. The mouth hangs open. The confusion is visible. The predator looks at the sky and looks at the ground where the injured meal just was. There is nothing there. The realization hits. There was no injury. There was no free lunch. It was a hustle. The fox has been bamboozled by a bird that weighs less than a hamburger. The predator sniffs the air again. The scent of the nest is gone, lost in the distance and the wind. The trail is cold. The fox shakes the head, sneezes, and turns away. It trots off toward the woods, looking for something dumber, something that won't play mind games. A mouse, perhaps. Mice are honest. Meanwhile, the bird completes a wide, cautious circle. It waits until the coast is absolutely clear. It watches the orange shape disappear into the brush. Only then does it descend. The bird lands quietly on the gravel, far away from where it took off. It runs quickly, bobbing the head, navigating the sea of stones. It returns to the scrape in the dirt. The 4 speckled eggs are exactly where they were left, warm and safe under the baking sun. The parent settles back down. The feathers fluff out, covering the precious cargo. The bird blends back into the landscape, becoming just another rock in a field of rocks. The adrenaline fades. The heart rate slows down. The field goes quiet again. To the rest of the world, nothing happened. Just a bird and a fox running around. But right there, on the hard ground, a master illusionist just pulled off the heist of the century, stealing life back from the jaws of death. It turns out, when you are small and tasty, you do not need to be strong. You just need to be the best liar in the neighborhood. And today, the performance was absolutely flawless.